I'm trying the hoodie thing. It's sort of a relaxed look.
What is this, a fashion show or the news?
Well, I am a woman. You called me Pam, so, but I didn't want to change the way I was talking.
I just didn't want to question your parents.
Huh?
Naming you Pam.
Oh, yeah. Short for
Ham squaw.
Maybe we're just eating ice cream. Maybe that's what we're doing. Maybe these are just ice cream cones. That's what that is.
How do you make Pam into like a masculine sounding
I was
name?
going to say Pam on or Pam Dan. Pam Dan.
Pam.
My name is Pam Dan.
Pam Dan.
Pamionio.
Welcome to Good Mythical More. Because you didn't get enough already?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Read some of those questions. I like answering them.
Carissa, she sent us this. Why don't you open the sponge?
That's really what it's called? Where's it? What country is it from? Another one?
Colleen Lehrer asks, how to tell a guy no without killing him emotionally?
Oh, wow. Look
Well,
at this.
Colleen, but you could potentially be thinking too highly of yourself if you think that turning a guy down will kill him emotionally.
Get a load of that smell.
Ooh, it's coconutty. I don't like coconut.
Well, come on, man.
I also don't like marshmallows.
It's sponge. Pam,
But Colleen, let's assume
Pam
that
Dan like.
that you would kill him emotionally by just telling him no. Just say yes. Just throw the kid a bone, you know? Just it's just one night. Go to the prom with him, but just to be upfront and be like, I'm saying yes so I don't kill you emotionally, but we're just friends and there's nothing to this. You gotta remind him.
Oh, okay. Get a reminder. Don't read that out loud. Sure.
You've got a watermelon cantaloupe.
Put the ointment on later on.
on the rash.
It has nothing to do
Put
with
the ointment on the rash.
It has nothing to do with ointment.
This is not bad at all.
I did friend prom always. Friend prom is what I did.
Well, that wasn't by choice.
No, I'm telling you that 1 year it was your girlfriend's friend who I had a crush on. The four of us went. Stephanie, remember this?
Oh yeah.
And
Well, the year before that, you didn't have a date at all.
well,
But neither did I.
No, you didn't either. We had a date all the same years.
We were kind of each other's date, sadly.
But
there were a bunch of other guys too.
Yeah, we thought it was cool. Don't go stag. I don't think stag is cool. I think you should go with a date. But so I did the friend thing 2 years out of 3. Stag 1 year. Stag was horrible. Well, they're all horrible. My proms were horrible. Because one time I went with a girl that I liked that was a friend. She didn't like me back. Another time I went with a girl I didn't like, who didn't like me. We were just friends. And it was like, what are we doing? But it was better than going by myself. Ate at the melting pot.
Proms?
Sophomore, junior, and senior year.
You had sophomore prom.
Well, no,
It's just one prom.
Only junior.
you
What
can
she's
go.
saying, Rhett, is only juniors and seniors can go to the prom. Sophomores can't go unless they're dating a junior or senior. Right?
Well, how did I go to 3?
You didn't.
Oh,
You're thinking of an FLL dance.
Oh, yeah. I went to 2. Yeah. FLL. That was Heather Wilson. Yeah.
You were thinking about the FLL dance. Yeah. But this brings up a related question from Jillian Bradfield. Have you ever seen a field with Brad in it?
Yeah. Brad is very pretty. I collect it and sell it on the roadside.
All of my friends have dates to prom, and I don't yet. I'm worried that it will be weird if I'm the only one going alone. How can I avoid being an awkward tag-along?
Oh, I shouldn't have said what I said.
I think when you said, well, I just went with a friend, I think that as long as the parameters are set, and hey, this is just about us being friends and going to this thing, Jillian, I think you should just let loose and ask someone totally unexpected just for the fun of it. Don't ask them for the fun of it. Go with someone who maybe is not even a close friend of yours, like someone from totally different strata of high school.
Go with the teacher.
Don't go with a teacher, but like go with someone. If you're like a volleyball player, Jillian, which I sense,
Go with the volleyball coach.
Go with like a theater person, like just mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, mix it up.
You never know what can happen. You could get introduced to another clique because that's what high school is about. It's about cliques and cross-pollination of cliques.
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
I heard it changed.
There's no cliques anymore.
They're a lot less defined than they were when we were in.
Well,
high
that's
school.
great. But, I mean, go with somebody that you don't. It is great, isn't it?
The internet has broken down a lot of barriers. That's what I heard.
I would like to think that we played a role in that.
Well, of course, we get this advice every week. I mean,
Yeah.
surely it's impacting somebody.
Bringing people together. I just think, don't go alone. Get creative with it. Like
But you shouldn't go with the teacher. I take that back.
go with the guy or a girl who like lives next to the school, but they're like 48 years old, and you see them like when you're leaving school, they're like mowing their grass. Ask that person to the prom. Say, hey, you're conveniently located to prom.
Everyone knows who you are.
Everybody's seeing you from a distance.
The guy who mows the grass.
It's like, is Jillian's date is the guy who's mowing the grass.
That's a genius. And you know what? You could also ask the janitor, because he's another person who...
Right, you can't, that's inappropriate. You can't ask a teacher, or a janitor's like a teacher who doesn't have students.
If there was somebody who asked the janitor to the prom, that would be the most classic high school story ever. It'd be like, dude, let me tell you. One year, I asked the janitor to the prom, and I walked in there with the janitor, and everybody was like, oh, he gets a janitor to the prom. Think about that. The janitor's not...
But the janitor could be sued.
No, the janitor has no official authority. They can't do anything. They just throw sawdust on
That sounds like a
vomit.
great movie. Janitor Prom.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
It's not
I'd watch
appropriate.
that.
If the janitor's...
You can't ask a teacher. You can't ask somebody in the administration, but you can ask someone on the staff.
And he'd have all the keys to party afterwards.
He'd have all the kids.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
He's got keys to every room.
Which leads to even more trouble. Hello.
Somebody ask the janitor.
Now,
Even if the janitor says, no, I want to see it.
Now, as you know, my Aunt Vicky was
a
a lunch
janitor.
lady for many
Yeah,
years.
she was.
And,
She's kind of the quintessential lunch lady.
yep.
I love the woman.
She just kind of looked at herself. She said, I look like a lunch lady. I should start doing that.
You're right.
Some people look like, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it.
It's just recognizing something. And
And
going with
she's
it.
a bus driver, and she was a shirt folder before that.
Yeah.
Lovely woman.
She'd be a good janitor, too.
But she can't be somebody's date to the prom. That's what I'm getting at.
But if she
it's not
did-
appropriate.
But if... I question whether it's appropriate.
That's called a chaperone, right? If you show up with a janitor, it's like the only date I could get was a chaperone.
I think it's just exerting a lot of authority is what it is. It's just like, man, it's like when Matt McKinney came to the prom as a woman.
Let me ask this question.
Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember it. And I think this will simultaneously put everything in perspective.
All right.
And shut this thing down.
Yeah, because that needs to
Claire Wessinger asks, my friends are all couples. What should I do during slow songs? And let me interject with the janitor. How are you going to answer that? What should I do during slow songs with the janitor?
If the
Rhett?
dance with him, he'll jingle the whole time. With his little keys, it's like... Think about it. You're going to sit there and be a wallflower, or are you going to dance with the janitor? And the janitor's probably got some sick moves, and he's like, finally, they let me out, and I'm throwing it down here. This is a good idea. That janitor's just waiting for this.
Well, much
You should-
respect to janitors and
should
lunch ladies,
clear it with the principal first.
but not to this guy and his advice.
No,